Hi there, it's Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com, here with killing some holiday time here with some Soul Sisters. Haven't really updated the deck. There's a few updates that I would make to the deck. Affinity is starting to come back, as well as the Merfolk. And with those two in the lineup, there's definitely some sideboard cards that are better. But I'm just going to play the anti-Delver package here. And we start off here with a good RA champion, Saracen, a Giant's Pride draw. This is fine. Probably just Windbrisk Heights. No reason for Saracen at first turn. I'm going to go ahead and keep this, and that we can guarantee a second turn Arctic Champion. And again, if it's any sort of it's a black-red deck, so I'm thinking that Arctic Champion is going to be amazing, especially against a burn deck. This is pretty much going to be an auto win, unless he can get just an amazing hand. And he did mulligan down to 6. I don't think he's going to have the firepower to actually take us out here. So it is just going to be Windbrisk Heights into play tapped. And we will throw a Honor the Pure, pass the turn, and then we'll have Arctic Champion the following turn, and then a Johnny's Pride Mate, and we should be okay. Especially if he has no first turn Monastery Swift Spirit. Just another Lava Spike, and another Lava Spike. So he had a good 6-land hand, but it's probably not going to be enough, as a main boarded Arctic Champion is going to come out. He can't kill it, and then double Saracens are going to come out next turn, or I could even Arctic Champion. So it's going to be an Eidolon. Eidolon's actually a little bit of an issue because this is going to make me pay 2 life. But I'm going to go ahead and just Arctic Champion again. And that will negate all of the 2 damage that I take from the Eidolon. Now, I do have to worry about Skullcrack. If he attacks in, I don't know if I can block the Eidolon because of Skullcrack. Yeah, he's got a Skullcrack in hand. That means damage cannot be prevented. So I'm going to let it go through, because I need this to live. So there's a Path to Exile. We could Path to Exile. If I Saracen it here, I'm just going to Johnny's Pride Mate. He'll Skullcrack in response. I could actually lose this, which is crazy, but that attacking is 100% that he has a Skullcrack in hand. And again, I might just lose this here. Yep, there's a Skullcrack. Down to a 7. Down to a 4, actually. And I don't gain any life. And I guess I just had to attack last turn and make him use a Skullcrack. That would have been better. But I mean, he needs to be able to cast both spells here. I should be okay. This is very rare you lose to mono black, but look at his deck. He had Lava Spike, Bump, Skullcrack in perfect succession with the Eidolon, which is a bit annoying as well. And I can't even do anything in response, can I? I need to draw into a land with Spectral Procession because that gets around the Eidolon. He's going to attack in here. Yeah, we will trade. Definitely want that out of the way. And if he uses another Skullcrack, then I'm going to be able to gain life next turn. So now I have no fear of actually casting this stuff. If it is another Skullcrack. He was kind of signifying that it was a Skullcrack in hand. But we'll just Windbrisk Heights and throw a Soul Warden underneath. And attempt to do a Saracen. So I should be okay now. I don't see him coming back from this. Oh, there's a Skullcrack. So most likely going to be dead. Double Skullcrack hand. That's the one way they do get around this. And I think I go ahead and just cast another one. Even though I do want to gain more life next turn. Maybe I do just keep back. No, because I'll be able to attack him with 3 and get this Soul Warden. And ooh, still won't be enough. Yeah, I'm going to leave this stuff back. I'm going to not cast a Saracen because I need the life next turn. So let's attack him with 1, leave 1 back. And he can draw basically any card in his deck and I'm dead. So this is one of those rare instances where mono red does win. Oh, no it doesn't. Wow, I can't believe he cast that. That was not a good move for him to cast. Because now I'm back in this game. Goblin Guide's going to do nothing. I can just block the Goblin Guide with the Arc Champion. He's out of cards. And Bump of the Night is still 2 mana away from being flashbackable. We'll go ahead and gain some life here too. Get us even higher up in the life count. Don't know if that was the right play or not, but we have the Return the Rank, so it's easy to get stuff back. So I'm going to go ahead and just Sarah's Ascendant and Spectral Processions, just so I can get myself totally out of life range here. So just going to be a Spectral Processions. I can see a concession here, as this is just an obscene amount of life. And there's the concession. So barely pull off the double skull crack. He could be using Rain of Gore. Definitely to put in the Core Firewalker. So more insult to injury here. We have Core Firewalkers. Totally take out the Path to Exiles for those. We don't need them. Sundering Growth is something we can put in against if he is running Rain of Gore. And I think that I will just... I don't know if he's running Rain of Gore, so I'm just going to let it go here and not run the Sundering Growths. And we'll just submit this as is. And if he happens to be running the Sundering Growth game 3, we can actually bring in, or the Rain of Gorse, we can actually bring in the Sundering Growths. So I actually haven't seen a black-red burn in quite a while. They've mostly migrated to either white-red burn with Boros Charm, or they've gone into the treasure, or they call it Cruise Burn. So I have no lifelink in this entire hand here, but I do have a lot of Spectral Processions with Honor the Pure, so I can even race him here. So I'm actually okay with keeping this hand. Because I'm going to be able to do a fast kill here if I do get these Spectral Processions online. So there's the Honor the Pure we can put underneath. Get rid of these lands, that's very good for us. I'll just cast a Honor the Pure next turn actually, and then a Spectral Procession from the turn after that. Good, I could just die to burn. I don't know if this is actually a keepable hand. I did want to play around Rain of Gore if he has it in his main hand, if he snap kept a Rain of Gore. Because now we can just beat him down with Spectrals. And there's another Honor the Pure. Next turn we will Spectral Procession. And this will actually put him at 19. Okay, so it is a white, so there is going to be Boros Charms. He's going to put him at 18 when he decides to use a fetch land here. But here's Spectral number 1. Puts out a lot of 2/2s. And now he's got to decide whether he wants to go for my face or to flat out just take care of some of these flyers. I'm thinking he's holding up a Skullcrack. A Searing Blaze. Okay. Well, that actually is the worst case scenario for me. Still 4 cards and I'm at 11. This is getting very, very bad. And he doesn't have that land. Swift Spear's not the greatest threat. We have blockers forever for it. So I think we just throw out of planes. I could go Ranger here and grab some Martyrs. But I'm still under the impression that put him some aggression on him, especially with next turn with the possible kill if he can't flat out burn me, is the right call. So I'm thinking the Skullcrack's just going to come down here. Boros Charm. So if he can do 7 damage, which is very easy to do with 3 cards in hand, I just die. But it has to be a 4 damage spell. Unfortunately, this is looking kind of weird. No, I can flash in onto the Pure, so he's going to be dead next turn. If he can't kill me right here, I can actually block with the Spirit. And actually, I won't die. He'll be down to a 1. Oh, and he doesn't even have to use the Monastery Swifter. So, anyway, I think we didn't see the Ranagor, so I think I'm just going to keep it as is. We'll be on the play this time. Again, he's getting some incredibly good hands with his deck here. I'm going to go ahead and submit this. And I definitely shouldn't have kept that. That was just clunked into too many of the Spectral Processions. I thought I could race him. Again, if he couldn't... Say he had two burn spells in his hand, we would have been down to 1. I would have been able to flash in onto the Pure and cast another on the Pure, and would have been able to attack him for lethal. So 1 turn off there. He did get to go first. I think that you do want to go first against burn for sure. You don't want him to have that extra turn, but he does get that extra card. All right, yes, we'd like to play first, of course, and keepable hand. We have a first turn Soul Warden, second turn Johnny's Primate. Very hard for him to deal with this unless he's got the Rand of Gore, Lane Line of Sanctity, or Lane Line of Punishment's what it's called. And he's going to have to use a first turn like bolt on this Soul Warden. And it can't be a Rift Bolt, and it can't be a Lava Spike or a Bump in the Night, something like that. It has to be a Lightning Bolt. Just a bump, so we are going to get value off the Soul Warden and a Johnny's Primate that is going to be big. I still think it's a Johnny's Primate, not Core Firewalker. No, we'll Core Firewalker. Core Firewalker is just insult to injury here. And there's Eidolon. That's going to hurt him way more than it's going to hurt me. As I do believe we are just going to Spectral Processions here. Yeah, definitely Spectral Processions. Negate that. And do we want to race at this point? I think we do want to race. Now he can't cast anything as Eidolon. He can definitely attack in with the Eidolon if he wants to. And that's going to take 2 damage off of him. And he decides not to attack in. I think that's a mistake. So there's a Martyr, and he can't actually deal with the Martyr. Right now I could actually gain a bunch of life. And I think I just do that. It's 9 life. And we'll attack him with everything. Get him down to a 10. Now he's going to kill off the Soul Warden, I'm sure. But it's going to give me a life. And that's going to cost him 2 damage. And he does just scoop there. So you can see how it can be a pretty close matchup. So Burn can actually draw its way out of some tough matchups. I don't think I should have kept that game 2 hand. Should have just gone with the more of the life gain type strategy and mold that away. But anyway, this has been Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com. Thanks for watching.